that song have another video?
Yeah. This song is so good they had to do it twice.
Today I have another anniversary review for you, and that is for the debut album by the band Danzig, which was released on August 30th, 1988, celebrating its 35th anniversary. We'll also talk about the connection that James Hetfield and Beavis and Butt-Head have with this album. Stick around until the end of the video because I will tell you what this band is planning for their 35th anniversary of this album. It is pretty cool. Danzig's debut album, titled Danzig, was released in August of 1988. It was the first release on producer Rick Rubin's new label, Deaf American Recordings. The album was later reissued in the United States and the United Kingdom in 1998 by Deaf American's successor, American Recordings. The album remains Danzig's best-selling album, having been certified gold in the U.S. in 1994 and later certified platinum. So Glenn Danzig is an American singer, songwriter, musician, and record producer. Danzig is an American heavy metal band and led by former Samhain and Misfits singer Glenn Danzig. Formed in 1987 in Lodi, New Jersey, the group early on became a unique voice in the rock scene, playing a bluesy, doom-laden metal with Glenn Danzig crooning in the style of Roy Orbison and Elvis Presley. Danzig's debut album was well received by critics. According to Pitchfork, Glenn Danzig's first eponymous album was a thunderous Rick Rubin produced progression of his moody, evil Elvis sound. Most of the reviews that I read were positive. I found one negative review on Encyclopedia Metallum. So let me read an excerpt. It's really amazing how Glenn manages to make songs that are 5 minutes max seem about 4 minutes too long. I'm a huge fan of Glenn's voice, and when he hits hard. Man, though, when he doesn't, he misses by light years here. I'll say flat out, I'm not over fond of the blues, but I'm very fond of Billy Idol, Glenn Danzig's voice, and I remain very much enamored with classics like Going Down to Die, Twist of Cain, and of course, Mother. However, a lot of these album tracks are too lame for their own good. So I disagree here. First of all, using the word lame. But second of all, I don't see how he can make the Billy Idol comparison. I find their voices to be completely different. If anything, you can compare him to Elvis or, like we said before, Roy Orbison. But we know that already. He did a whole album of Elvis covers, which is not that good, by the way. Danzig sings Elvis. I also wouldn't call the album tracks lame. I thought the album was pretty solid. And here's a fun fact. James Hetfield does some vocals on the songs Twist of Cain and Possession. So if you listen to them and think, hey, that sounds like James, well, that's the reason. Let's talk about the songs now. I'll go through them all briefly, and then I'll delve deeper into some of the major tracks. Stick around. I will be talking about the time Danzig video appeared on the Beavis and Butt-Head show. So Twist of Cain is one of the songs with James Hetfield on vocals. It's not very easy to hear him, but you can make out his voice during the chorus, especially when they say the line, come alive. I also like the guitar riff on the song. It's not very complex. It's very catchy. Not of This World is a really good song. I like it because it has a darker sound. It's kind of more along the lines of this doom metal, but it has some great guitar riffs. She Rides is a song that has a slow blues sound with this foot stomping type of rhythm. There are a lot of dissonant guitar chords, and this is another pretty good song on the album. Soul on Fire. So with this song, Glenn Danzig sounds like Jim Morrison during the first 30 seconds of the song. The song is pretty cool, has some slower parts and faster parts throughout the song, and Glenn Danzig sings with a lot of emotion. Am I Demon is a good song. When you hear the opening guitar riff, it's one of those guitar riffs that you've heard before. It's been recycled. There are many other songs that have used it over and over, but it doesn't matter because when you add in all the vocals and the lyric and everything else, it just makes a very unique song. I'll be talking about this in more detail later. Mother is the big hit from the album. You might be surprised about the real meaning of the song. I'll get into that in the next section of this video. Possession is another song with James Hetfield. The song is very evil sounding. The guitar riffs are darker than some of the others. You can hear James during the chorus very well. They also have some evil sounding vocals in the background, saying something in Latin or something. That's stuff from those like horror movies like The Omen or The Exorcist, like, just to make a song more creepy. End of Time is a good song. I like the intro to the song. Glenn Danzig sounds like Jim Morrison again. The song has a cool guitar riff. The tone is different. They turned the distortion down a little, give it a unique, like, fuzzy tone. The guitar solo is very good as well. It's not played very fast. It just has a lot of emotion in it. The Hunters is a pretty straightforward song. It's just a cool metal song. The guitar sound good. The lyrics are filled with a lot of those like sexual innuendos. He even like mentions using a love gun, so I'm pretty sure he was a Kiss fan. And then Evil Thing, just like the title says, the song is evil sounding. It has the stop-start guitar riffs and darker vocals. I like the drumming on this song. There are a lot of parts of the song that stand out. And that's all. Let's dive deeper into the song Mother, because I didn't really cover it that well. So Mother is rather vague and cryptic. And one interpretation is that Danzig is kind of doing a descent into something evil. But in an interview with Big Brother magazine, Danzig offered a rare explanation of his lyrics, claiming the inspiration from Mother was Tipper Gore, who was a member of the Parents Music Resource Center. She pushed for regulations on music she felt was harmful to children. As a result, the record industry agreed to place warning stickers on albums with explicit content. In 1993 and 1994, almost 6 years after its original release, a remixed version of the song titled Mother 93 became a hit on radio and earned a lot of buzz bin rotation on MTV after a music video incorporating live footage was created to promote the band's new EP, Thrall Demon Sweat Live. During this time, the single was reissued by American Recordings with the remix titled Updated to Mother 94 on later versions. Mother remains Danzig's highest charting single. It peaked at number 17 on the Billboard Hot Mainstream Rock Tracks chart and 43 on the Hot 100. In the UK, the song peaked at number 62 on the singles chart. So let's talk about Beavis and Butt-Head.
This song is so good they had to do it twice. Really?
In 1993, Beavis and Butt-Head sat on their iconic couch and watched the music video for the then newly released Thrall Demon Sweat Live remix of the Danzig cut, dubbed Mother 93. So during their viewing, they made several hilarious comments. So at one point, Butt-Head asked, "Hey Butt-Head, didn't the song have another video?" To which Beavis responded, "Yeah, the song is so good they had to do it twice." Later on, Butt-Head pondered what Danzig does when he's not performing, to which Beavis responded, "I bet he just scores with chicks and then just, like, fights a lot." So let's, before we end off, let's talk about Am I Demon? So this song is a reflection of the inner struggle between good and evil that exists within the human psyche. The lyrics speak of the protagonist's desire to know whether they are a beast, a demon, or just like everyone else. The verses describe the protagonist's sense of detachment from the world around them and their recognition of the uncertainty and duplicity of others. The chorus speaks of their power and desire as well as their tendency to seek out others. This illustrates the struggle between embracing their evil nature and trying to be human. The post-chorus questions whether the protagonist is willing to accept their demonic side, while the bridge emphasizes their curiosity about their identity. In the third verse, the protagonist acknowledges that everything they need is within themselves, and the chorus repeats the same question of whether the protagonist is a beast, a demon, or simply human. The outro reinforces this uncertainty and desire for self-knowledge. Overall, the song explores the idea that Every person has the capacity for good and evil, but the decision to embrace one or the other ultimately depends on the individual. It portrays the human tendency to question their own identity in terms of morality and explore and embrace their dark side. As I promised, here is the information about what the band is going to do for their 35th anniversary. You may be expecting me to say they are releasing a box set or some reissue or something like that, but no, the band is planning some tour dates specifically to celebrate the 35th anniversary of this album, and they will be playing the full album live. I think if you're a fan of Danzig, I think it's something you might want to check out and would be looking forward to. For me, I thought it sounded pretty cool. Okay, thanks for watching. Please remember to like this video. It helps me with the algorithm. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and check out this video right here.